have my hunting or fishing license, and we'd say, well, we ran out of money, and that didn't make sense to them, and it wasn't a very good answer, to be honest. So what this proposal has done would be to reduce the price of an annual disabled veteran license for fishing or hunting half, so from $25 to $12.50, and to reduce the price of a combo license, and that's the majority of what they ask for. They can get a hunting, fishing, or combo, and most of them ask for a combo. That will go to $22.50. In a non-regulatory item, this year we began issuing any of the disabled veterans who were 65 or older with the senior lifetime pass. We're going to have more money this year. We'll be able to do that. Initially it's more expensive because it's a $40 permit, but it's lifetime. We're going to issue them with the plastic cards, and then they do not have to reapply. We do not have to reprocess. It's going to save them time, be more convenient for them, and it will save us time in handling. So we started that early in July. Anybody that had reapplied, they were 65 or older and were eligible for it's a hunting and fishing combination lifetime pass. But this specific regulation here is to cut the disabled veteran licenses by half from what the normal license fees are.
Does anybody have any questions for Mike? Any questions from the public? I think we have to vote on this, so can I have a motion that we approve this?
I'll move we approve the presentation.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the changes made to 115-2-1. Any discussion? Discussion from the public? Sheila?
Commissioner Cross?
Yes.
Commissioner Hazlett?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryder?
Yes.
Commissioner Sill?
Yes.
Commissioner Lauber?
Yes.
Passed 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, Linda?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission, and visiting public. I'm here to do the final presentation on our Little Jerusalem Backcountry Pass. When we put this in, we really didn't know exactly how we were going to manage that property. As it continues and as we've finalized all of our construction out there, I think we can manage this in a little bit better way that's more public friendly. We certainly want the public out there. We've hired an individual to be our naturalist to tell the story of Little Jerusalem. And so I am asking you that you will vote to rescind that backcountry pass. And so how we're going to handle it now is we're going to do tours. As a matter of fact, I just had a meeting a couple weeks ago where other states are doing day reservations to say, hey, I'm coming, and advance reservations for free. And we're going to do that so that we can know who might be coming and how much staff I need to have out there. And so our goal is to make it affordable for all. And if we can do a tour for somebody and we have staff there, we're going to do it. So I'll certainly entertain any questions you have.
Anybody have any questions for Linda?
Is the state parks pass still required?
A vehicle permit is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have to approve this. Trying to find it in my
Yes.
keeping book.
One page.
Huh?
I think it's just this one page. Yeah.
Okay. Can I have a motion that this be approved?
Move to approve 115-2-7.
Second that.
Is there any additional discussion?
Do you
Yes.
Hi, my name's Laura Rose Clausen. I'm the Director of Marketing and Outreach for the Nature Conservancy, the landowner of Little Jerusalem Badlands State Park. Just wanted to reiterate our appreciation of the department for their partnership at Little Jerusalem. We wouldn't be in a position to get it open to the public this fall without them. That said, we are also very committed to making it an affordable experience for everyone who visits, fully support the recension of the Backcountry Pass, and move forward under the existing fee structure that's used at other state parks.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Laura Rose.
Any other questions or discussion? Somebody move? We
I
did
did.
move and seconded.
Yeah.
Sheila?
Commissioner Cross?
Yes.
Commissioner Hazlett?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryder?
Yes.
Commissioner Sill?
Yes.
Commissioner Lauber?
Yes.
Thank you.
Passed to revoke 5-0.
Okay. Matt?
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission. I've got 3 regulations to present tonight, and these primarily pertain to changes relative to our otter, changes for the otter harvest season. The first one is 115.53, and this is what was previously the fur bearer and coyote management units. It is still those things, but the purpose of it being in front of you today is to exclude otters from this regulation. And then the next regulation I'm going to bring forth will establish otter management units. So as you can see, the only terminology that's added to this regulation is except otters. So it's excluding otters from the other fur bearer units, which are currently statewide.
Any questions for Matt on 115.53? Could I have a motion that it be approved?
I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? Sheila?
Commissioner Cross?
Yes.
Commissioner Hazlett?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryder?
Yes.
Commissioner Sill?
Yes.
Commissioner Lauber?
Yes.
Passed 5-0.
Okay, the next regulation is 115.53A, and this is the otter management units. And as I said, this is a new regulation. If you turn the page there's a figure on the back showing these the units that have been established. There will be 13 of them, and the reason we're establishing these, you can see the primary rivers systems within each of this series of counties. And the purpose of these units is to be able to differentiate bag limits within each unit.
Where's this at? Oh, right here.
There you got it. Any questions for Matt? Okay, can I have a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any other discussion? Sheila?
Commissioner Cross?
Yes.
Commissioner Hazlett?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryder?
Yes.
Commissioner Sill?
Yes.
Commissioner Lauber?
Yes.
Passed 5-0.
Okay, you might kind of hold on to that unit figure as you turn the page to the next regulation, which is 115.2511, and this is fur bearer open seasons and bag limits. And if you look back to that figure, you can see that we're establishing otter bag limits in the 5 western units: the Republican, the Solomon, the Smoky Saline, and the Middle Ark. And the western unit will have a 1 otter bag limit. The next series of counties eastward, including the Big Blue, the Missouri, the Kansas, the Upper Neosho, the Lower Ark, and the Verdigris will have a 2 otter bag limit. And then the 2 southeast Kansas units, the Lower Neosho and the Meridazine, will increase to a 5 otter bag limit. And then the other change to this regulation, 115.25.11, is it establishes the opening season time will be 12:01 a.m. on opening day, whereas in the past, it had been noon on opening day. So those are the changes to 115.25.11. And I'll turn this back over to you, Mr. Chairman.
Is the lower Neosho and Meridazine where we have the most otters, I assume?
Yes.
Is one more prevalent, more populated than the other?
They're fairly similar.
Is there any more questions for Matt?
Do you anticipate this to have a greater economic impact with our what we're doing tonight?
As far as for
Overall numbers, yeah.
minimal. I estimated that this will increase otter harvest by 75 otters based on the current harvest totals. And I mean, for fur harvesters, that's a minimal economic opportunity.
That ought to be enough.
Well, it will allow them to take a few more otters than they currently can. So I think it's still conservative in those southeast units, but they'll be able to keep a few more, which is what many of them are asking for. I talked to a landowner this morning, actually, who was concerned about having otters in her pond. So there are a lot of otters down there. We do get some complaints about them, and trappers do have to work pretty hard to avoid them in their beaver sets at times. So at least they'll be able to keep a couple more incidentals, even if they aren't targeting them on purpose down there.
Any more questions for Matt? Then I'd like a motion to be approved.
I'll move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? Sheila?
Commissioner Cross?
Yes.
Commissioner Hazlett?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryder?
Yes.
Commissioner Sill?
Yes.
Commissioner Lauber?
Yes.
Pass 5-0.
Thank you.
I think that's all of our business. Although in my briefing book, I have something about electric assisted bicycles, but I'm not sure it maybe should be in the other part.
Yeah. It got pulled and then I didn't get it pulled. I'm sorry, I didn't get it pulled from there.
That's all right. Do we have all the meeting dates and locations determined as far as we need to, Sheila?
I think we better set March.
Yeah, we should set March. March is always in Topeka, and I'm going to suggest the 26th as the date. Usually we try to go late in March and late in April.
Sounds good.
The location in Topeka to be determined later.
Yeah.
We have a meeting in September in Great Bend on the 19th. We have another one in Scott City on the November 14th, is it?
Yeah.
Iola in January.
Well, I'm still working on a place in southeast Kansas. I've tried Iola, Parsons, and Independence, and I'm not having very much luck, but I'm still trying to find us a spot. So it may be one of those three places once I locate one.
Now, we've had it at Chanute. That tended to work out pretty well, but
If I can't find any in those other three, I can always go to Chanute. But I'm still working on those other three.
We haven't been to Pittsburgh in a while either.
Pardon? Pittsburgh.
where?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Too dangerous. Too dangerous in Pittsburgh. We do get crazy down there.
All right, thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else that anybody wants to discuss today? Meeting adjourned.
So you want to try to know how much time, so.
Call Robert.
26 works out well.
Yeah.
All the pie. We're done.
See you, Doug.
When you go
Yep.
next summer?
Yeah.